What is going on, guys? I'm the judge. It is Friday, October 22nd. Hopefully, you guys are having a lovely day. We have a lot to talk about today, so we can't waste a lot of time. I want to go into some Top Shot news to kick off the show. We had, unfortunately, another controversy last night in the Top Shot space, so we'll hit on that. And then we'll briefly talk quickly about the three games that occurred last night, two which were awful blowouts. Milwaukee, Jesus, did not show up against Miami. Atlanta whipped Dallas, and then we had Golden State Clippers was a good game, so we can hopefully talk a little bit about that. You can catch me live tonight on Twitch, 6 p.m. Eastern. We're breaking down all the action, 10 great games tonight, and then after that, we'll do a Top Shot. We got to open my locker room pack we can open, and my Vince Carter Showcase Challenge Reward, hopefully, which is coming in a pack. Hopefully we can open that tonight on stream as well. But let's get into kind of the hot topic of the day. A scandal, I guess, somewhat of a scandal. This broke kind of last night, and it's been the main thing people are talking about in the Top Shot space. So let's hit on that. But before we do, I want to quickly say, look, like I got into the Top Shot space, in February, and I started producing content maybe about a month after. And there were two reasons why I decided I wanted to produce Top Shot content. One, I felt that it was bizarre to me that we had a basketball product and no one providing content was really talking basketball. They were talking everything but basketball. And some of the stuff was very disconcerting to me. I was getting recommended to buy players who suck. Players who were very subpar, players who barely played, players who weren't very good, players who will never be good, and it was weird. One, there was a lack of basketball talk, and then two, when there was, some of the players they would mention would be kind of embarrassing if you keep track of the sport and you're watching it. And the other reason why I joined and I wanted to provide content in this space was that I saw a lot of red flags. I did not see a level playing field. I saw the same people owning the market share on every great moment. I saw a lot of the same people who owned all these great moments also wanting to be the main content creators and influencers in the space. And to me, that was a massive conflict of interest. There were some major red flags, major elephants in the room, and none of these issues ever got addressed. Everything was hunky-dory. We had this massive bubble taking place. No one ever talked about it. Everyone was just buy, great buys here. No one was really talking about how some of these players were priced so inappropriately and so absurdly that this clearly could not last. That there was just so many of the red flags that you look back on. And again, like I was basing a lot of my buys on what they were saying because I was like, well, these guys have been on this space. They must know what they're talking about, and they didn't. And they, again, you had the same buddy system, the same kind of 4 or 5 people, all on each other's shows week after week after week, all in the same circle, the same voices, every show. They're all on each other's shows, right? And they're all, they own all the moments. They want all the power. They want all the influence. They want to give all the advice. And I think that was great. Also, you can look at my account when I took their advice. And then again, when me taking their advice, that's on me, right? I needed to do a better job researching who was giving the content. And basically, any buys that I made, that's on me, right? So, but pretty quickly, I realized, wow, I think I need to do research for myself and stop listening to some of these other people. Because if they don't know basketball, and again, their views are based a lot of when they found the platform, which was a clearly a much different time than when I joined. They don't really live in the same reality that we live in, right? They're playing with house money. We're playing with rent money. They've already made a fortune on the site. They have all the moments, and we were living in different realities. And I wanted to provide content to people who lived in reality, right? And people who loved basketball and who wanted to collect the product, not people who may have stumbled onto the product because they were in the crypto space and then made a killing, and then I guess became basketball fans, or they wanted, some became basketball fans, some didn't. And to me, it's a basketball product, as I've been saying for months. It's very hard, in my opinion, to have the same level of dedication and the level of attachment to these great moments if you don't know the game, if you don't understand the game, if you don't love the game. And again, that's my opinion. You can disagree; it's perfectly fine. So that's why I joined the space. I thought it was disconcerting that almost no one was talking about basketball. No one had any basketball expertise that I could find, or very few when I first found Top Shot, and it was not a level playing field in almost any way, and no one was talking about these things. So that's why I joined the platform. So when I see things that happened last night, do I get alarmed? And is it a big deal to me? Yeah, it is, because again, that's why I joined the space, to help make a more level playing field for the average consumer, for the average user, which, by the way, is like 99.9% of the people on the platform, right? Anyone who didn't get in early, pre-February. So what took place yesterday was you had two of our top influencers in the space, and full disclosure, I have DM'd with both of them to get their kind of views on what happened. They both kind of relayed the same things to me in the DMs that they basically publicly stated on Twitter. I offered both of them to come on the show. Plunge Father said he's busy and doesn't think he'll be able to come on. Hopefully, maybe we can get him on. He said he's busy today. Hope maybe we can get him on later this week or sometime. And Packrip politely declined to come on the show. But they kind of told me again the same story that they told on Twitter. So I'm going to factually tell you what happened first. So we had the Run It Backpack, which there were some delays with, some issues with, but that dropped on Saturday, or it ended on Saturday. It started dropping Thursday, Friday, on who even knows, but I think it was done by Friday or Saturday, right? And it was a big deal. We were looking forward to that pack drop for a long time. Shaq, Wade, Iverson. It was great players in there, great moments, and again, one of the most anticipated pack drops of the year. So that pack drop happens, and then we're all waiting for a showcase, a quest, or a challenge to happen with those moments, and we get that, I think on Tuesday. Now, what Top Shot has been doing for months and months and months, and anyone again who's been on the platform knows this, in my opinion. When they make some of the challenges with the rares and some of the tougher challenges, they do them specifically within a 7-day window of when certain moments have been dropped or packs have dropped, or you've gotten moments, right? And they put this window within 7 days, right? So the pack drops happen Friday or Saturday. The quest comes out on Tuesday, and you have to complete the quest by Friday. The quest or the challenge by Friday. And all this is within 7 days. And the reason why 7 days matters is so you can't gift. You cannot gift moments to someone else. You can't help someone else complete a challenge. I can't give you moments because it's within 7 days. When you buy a new moment from the marketplace, or when you get a moment from a pack, you have to wait 7 days before you can gift it. And this has been in place for a while. Now, there's a lot of, again, the gifting policy and the rules behind it are not, it's not clear in a lot of ways, but this is clear. That much is clear, but there's a lot of, Top Shot has not handled the gifting policy, in my opinion, very well. But this one's pretty straightforward, right? You buy a moment from the marketplace, you get a moment from a pack. You have to wait 7 days before you can give it to someone else, before you can gift it to someone else. And when they have, when the challenge came out on Tuesday, it was a hard challenge. It was a hard quest. One of the toughest ones that we've seen. You needed 4 rare run it back moments. You needed an S1 throwdown moment. This was an expensive challenge to complete. It was well over $1,000 if you were just going to buy on the marketplace, and it was challenging. It was, again, one of the toughest ones that we've seen in a while. And what you had happen here, you had Packrip and Plunge, I guess, went to the Bucks game in Milwaukee, and they met in real life. People actually were meeting in real life now. That's good. And I guess they were having beers after the game. Pack has 42 of the run it back moments, which is basically the entire set. There's only 50 in the set. And he asked Plunge if Plunge Father is going to complete the challenge. Plunge said, I think he said, I'm not sure, or something to that effect. And Packrip said, well, hey, I got 42. Do you want me to give you 4? I can easily give you the 4 you need and help you complete this. And then Plunge said, sure, yeah, that'd be great. And that was it, according to them, right? So the next morning, Plunge woke up and Packrip had gifted him the moments. And now again, Packrip could gift the moments because he was whitelisted. TopShot has whitelisted certain content creators, influencers, because the ones who do a lot of gifting, so they don't have to abide by that 7-day restriction period. Now, I'm whitelisted, right? Now, I have the ability to basically, whenever I get a moment, who is calling me during a live show? This is an embarrassment. Sorry, guys. So I do have the ability, whenever I get a moment from a pack or buy from the marketplace, I can gift immediately. And a few people out there, the content creators in the space, can do that. So that's how Packrip was able to gift Plunge Father those moments within that 7-day window, when the vast majority, 99.9% of you, cannot do that. So Plunge got those 4 moments. He completed the showcase, and that was that. And none of this would have kind of been known, except the blockchain don't lie, right? The blockchain don't lie, and people found out about it. And people, I think rightfully so, had questions. And now, people can decide if they think it's a big deal or not what happened, right? Packrip, basically gave a 40% of the challenge. Packrip basically completed 40% of the challenge for Plunge, giving him those 4 run it back moments. And to me, is this a big deal? Yeah, it is. Now, to you, it might not be. And people can disagree over this, and that's perfectly fine. And I'm going to explain now why it's a big deal to me. And again, if you disagree, feel free to put it in the comments. I love having intelligent conversations about this kind of stuff. Do not personally attack anyone. I will not be personally attacking Plunge or Packrip. I don't really know Packrip. I've never spoken to him, only in DMs a little bit. But Plunge I like. He's a good dude. And he's been on my show. I've been on his. And I like those guys. This has nothing to do with personally attacking anyone. So these are just my views on it. And I'd love to hear yours. And we'll talk more about this on tonight's show. I want to get your feedback. And I think getting the feedback from the community is very important. And we'll go from there. So why do I think it's important? Well, as I kind of talked about at the beginning of the show, like why I got in the space was I didn't think it was a level playing field. And this kind of behavior, it goes right to that, right? So, optics matter. They just do. Perception matters. And people see this and get turned off, especially the people, the people who, the vast majority of people on the site who are playing by the rules, right? Like most of us. Plunge has had dapper employees on his show the last few weeks, and he has them on all the time. Our main influencers in the space engaging in this kind of behavior, it's a little concerning. It's unsettling. It's troubling to me, regardless of what the intent is or not, and we'll get to that in a second. And also it turns off. Look, we have not, regardless of what you think, we don't have new people coming into the space. We just don't yet. We think they're coming, but the people that are in the space right now, they see this behavior, and it's a massive turnoff. Again, one of the major reasons people don't want to get involved in TopShot is they see this kind of insider trading stuff, or whatever you want to call it. Trading is probably not the right word, but they see this kind of behavior, and they obviously, regardless of what's truly happening, it looks awful. And it's a massive turnoff to people on the platform, and it will be to new users. So this kind of stuff we need to squash and and to have not happen. And it's happening in my opinion, it's happened too much. It's happened in the past. We've seen people gifting to different family members and different friends to get in priority queues, to complete challenges, and to get around some of these rules. And being whitelisted and then gifting moments is just another way to circumvent the rules in place. Now, this also is troubling. Like I completed the challenge. I completed the challenge because I knew it was going to be a low mint. I knew it was a very tough challenge to complete. I knew it was going to be expensive, right? So you guys saw me on stream complete it. I had to buy a couple of those rare run it backs on the marketplace, and I bought it because I knew you couldn't gift. I knew no one could gift moments. That was another reason why it was going to be a low mint. People had to make the choice for themselves if they were going to complete that challenge, and it was a tough choice to make. I didn't know. I was torn. Do I do it? It's a lot of money, but I did it because you couldn't gift moments. I was going to lower the mint count, and it's a very tough challenge to complete. It's expensive, 4 rares and an S1 throwdown. So I went for it based on the idea that, again, it's a level playing field. We're all playing by the rules, and we all had to complete it individually on our own without any help. And also, most of you guys would have loved to complete it. If someone wouldn't all of you love to have someone say, "Hey, I'll send you the 4 rare run it backs," and then you would have completed it as well, right? So when you see kind of 2 of the main people in this space, and let's be honest, I don't think financially, and again, I don't know their situations for entirely, but could they have probably completed this on their own if they wanted to? Of course. I mean, you can look at their accounts, right? So the fact that they're gifting each other 40% to complete this challenge, it's kind of a slap in the face to me who completed it, and all of you out there who couldn't complete it, because all of us would have liked to have this gifted to us, a 40% of the challenge gifted to us. So look, it's troubling, right? And now you hear again both Plunge and Packrip saying that, look, the intent wasn't there. It wasn't malicious. They didn't really know. They didn't think about it. Right? They were just having beers. They were just Packrip wanted to be a good guy and gift these moments up. And Plunge didn't think much about it. Just got the moments, and then he put them in the showcase, and then they moved on. And could that have been the case? Sure. Look, I'm not in any position to talk about someone's intent. Right? I don't know what the intent was. I'm not even going to go down that path. But to me, the intent doesn't matter. It just doesn't. Right? If you've been in this space, like we have, and again, I left my job. This is what I do. So am I a little close to it? And again, especially one of my reasons for joining the space was because I saw these red flags, and I wanted to kind of help put a stop them and make a level playing field. So obviously for me, this resonates even a little bit more so. But I don't think intent matters here, because if you've been in this space, you know better. You just do. You know that this behavior is frowned upon. We've seen it already in the past. You know that these challenges are done within that short window, so you cannot gift. And when people want to say, well, I just didn't think about it, it didn't occur to me, I just wanted to be a nice guy, I can only speak for myself. I'm whitelisted. So I had the ability to gift a lot of people in my community, and actually people asked me to gift moments to them. And to me, it wasn't even an option. It's never been an option. I just wouldn't do it. Now, am I a moral saint? I am not. I make mistakes all the time. I just know on the TopShot space, in this platform, that's a no-no. That's a major red flag. Is it cheating? Look, you can look in the rule book, the TOS, and you can come to your own conclusion about what the exact word to use is regarding this kind of behavior. I don't think there's anything explicitly against it, especially because this is a little wiggle. It's a slippery slope because Packrip was whitelisted. So there's going to be nothing that's officially going to touch on this, but it's common sense. Like, we all know, we know better. So look, if you want to say that the intent wasn't there, like, I don't know what their intent was, but I just know for myself personally, this would have been an absolute no starter. I wouldn't have even considered it for a second. And if anyone would have ever approached me to say, do you want me to send you moments? I would have been like, are you out of your mind? One, no, you can't do that. That's why they made the challenges within 7 days. Two, I don't even believe in, again, these challenges complete on your own. Now, again, that's the gifting thing. That's a whole other issue. We can talk about that later. But this one, again, was within 7 days. You can't gift anyone to help them complete it. So I would have been immediately said, you're out of your mind if you're going to be gifting me moments. Take that shit back. And so I really don't know what's worse here. I mean, look, if they want to say that the intent wasn't there, and that's fine, right? But then if there was an intent, then they're basically saying, well, I just wasn't thinking about it. And they're supposed to be two of the main influencers in this space, and they weren't thinking about this issue? It didn't occur to them that this is a major red flag that has gotten many people in the past in trouble. People in the community get pretty bad, in my opinion, rightfully so, because we all would love to complete this challenge, but most of us don't have the ability to financially. And the ones that do complete it, we make that decision based on the fact that everyone else is going to be playing by the rules and abiding by the rules and have a level playing field. And when this kind of stuff happens, it makes you question, well, what else is going on then? Right? What other kind of behavior? If they're not aware of this, that this is wrong, what else are they doing? What else? And not only Plunge and Pack Rip, but other people, right, who are in a position of influence and power in this space. And that's why it's a big deal. So, to me it is. To you, it may or may not be. Let me know your comments below. But I believe that this kind of stuff, we need to do whatever we can to eliminate this going forward. Now, do you think TopShot's response was good enough? They basically are going to take the challenge reward away from Plunge and give it, I think, to the community, or to give it to someone who completed the challenge. I think they're going to suspend Pack Rip's whitelisting for 1 month. And you guys can let me know if you think that's a good enough punishment or penalty or whatever you want to call it. And we can talk about it more on stream tonight. But I just want to get my initial thoughts out there for you guys. And again, let you know why I personally think it's a big deal. And you guys, again, you can agree, you can disagree. It's perfectly fine. Just keep it clean. Don't attack anyone, right? Again, I like Plunge. He's a good dude. A Pack Rip, I don't know. And I'm just giving you, my feelings on the situation. I try to give you the facts of what happened and then how I feel about it. So, we can talk again more about it. We will tonight a little bit, and then hopefully we'll move on. We don't need to talk about this for weeks, but it is worth having a conversation about, right? Because that's what we do. We need intelligent conversations in this space, and when shit goes wrong, we talk about it. Why? So it doesn't happen again, right? So it doesn't happen again. So we can clean up this space, and when we get new people coming on the platform, they don't see this kind of shit. So when the marketing does start, hopefully, and we have millions of people here, which we don't right now, hopefully all this behavior will kind of be done. So we need TopShot to do a better job. We need the content creators and influencers to do a better job. And let's be honest, if you're a content creator and you're an influencer, one of the main ones in the space, you are held to a higher standard. You are. You must be. Right? And I think that's fair. That comes with the territory. If you want to reap all the benefits of getting all the free packs from TopShot and getting dapper people on your shows and them helping build your brand and being claiming to be this great TopShot influencer, you need to be held accountable, and you need to understand that that your actions matter. So for me, as someone who kind of for 8 months has been kind of preaching, let's try to get a level playing field in any way we can. When I see this kind of stuff, I think it's a big deal. And I know some of you guys are yelling at me saying you don't think it was. Others, said you were very angry about it. So where you're gonna fall individually, it's up to you, man. All I can do is kind of lay out some of the facts and give you my views and my thoughts and my opinions, being in this space 24/7 for the last 8 months or so. And that's what I try to do. So again, we went a little long here, so can't break down the 3 games, but I think this was important to touch on today. We'll see you tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern, 10 games tonight. It's going to be great. Opening packs, Vince Carter Challenge Reward. Let's go. For the bailiff and the judge, court is